Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., the son of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos Sr., has become one of the most influential figures in contemporary Philippine politics. But how did the son of a controversial leader born into privilege rise to power in a country still reeling from the scars of martial law? This is the story of Bongbong Marcos and his journey to the presidency. Born into a family that commanded immense political influence, Bongbong Marcos grew up in the shadow of his father, Ferdinand Marcos Sr., a man whose 21-year presidency would leave a lasting imprint on the Philippines. Bongbong attended elite schools both in the Philippines and abroad, including Worth School in the UK and Wharton School of Business in the US, though his academic achievements have faced scrutiny. In 1972, Ferdinand Marcos Sr. declared martial law, marking a dark period in Philippine history. Thousands were arrested and political opposition was crushed. During this time, Bongbong Marcos, though still a young man, was being groomed for leadership, holding symbolic roles in his father's regime. As the country reeled under the dictatorship, Bongbong's family enjoyed unparalleled wealth and privilege. In 1986, the Marcos dictatorship was overthrown by the Peaceful People Power Revolution, a movement that united Filipinos against years of corruption and authoritarian rule. The Marcos family fled the country and sought refuge in Hawaii, where Ferdinand Marcos Sr. would eventually pass away in 1989. In exile, Bongbong faced a world vastly different from the life of. After the death of Ferdinand Marcos Sr., the Marcos family returned to the Philippines in 1991. Despite the widespread criticism and accusations surrounding their name, the family wasted no time reclaiming political influence. Bongbong won a congressional seat in Ilocos Norte, beginning his own career in Philippine politics. Over the next 2 decades, he would serve in various roles, working to distance himself from the controversies of his father's regime while quietly rebuilding the Marcos dynasty. In 2016, Bongbong Marcos made a high-profile bid for the vice presidency. Though the election was close, he ultimately lost to Leni Robredo by a slim margin. Bongbong claimed electoral fraud and filed a protest, sparking years of legal battles. While he would not immediately succeed in overturning the result, this campaign signaled Bongbong's resurgence in national politics. In 2022, Bongbong Marcos launched a presidential campaign that would lead to one of the most significant comebacks in political history. His campaign capitalized on nostalgia for the golden age of his father's rule, a narrative fueled by a well-organized social media strategy. Bongbong's promises of unity and economic stability resonated with voters, and his partnership with Sara Duterte, daughter of then-President Rodrigo Duterte, further strengthened his appeal to the electorate. Despite the controversies that still surrounded his family's name, Bongbong Marcos was elected as the 17th president of the Philippines in a landslide victory. Bongbong Marcos's early presidency has been marked by efforts to stabilize the Philippine economy, especially in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. His administration has focused on infrastructure development and strengthening international relations, particularly with China and the United States. However, the shadow of his father's dictatorship still looms large. Critics argue that Bongbong has not done enough to address human rights abuses or corruption linked to his family's past. As the Philippines moves forward under the leadership of Bongbong Marcos, the nation remains divided in its opinions of him. For some, he represents continuity and a return to a time of national pride. For others, his presidency is a painful reminder of the atrocities committed under his father's rule. As Bongbong forges his own path, only time will tell how history will judge his legacy.